Welcome back on the channel, everyone. So this is a LP position, stablecoin LP position on Base that I opened not even a week ago. It's 6 days. I showed you in this exact video. So this was 6 days ago. The day I published the video was the day I opened the position. It's a very small position, as you can see. It already earned 1.5 cents in fees in less than a week, which is far above what I was expecting. To be honest, I don't LP farm these stable liquidity pools all that much, but it goes to show the power of DeFi. So the APR right now, it's 4.3%. The pool was also opened during a weekend. So here you can see, let me go full screen. So this was the deposit, right? And once I did deposit, the APR was very small. As you can see, it's 0.23%, but this was during a weekend, and when you see these APRs, they always take into consideration the past 24 hours, not how it is as today. It is always something that is going to apply the past 24 hours performance, whatever pool, whatever DEX we're talking about, okay? So in the meanwhile, in these last 7 days, the APR went up 4.5%. It could be higher, because let me show you here. When you open these LP pools with stables, it's a very tight range. We're looking at a 1 month scale here in the chart, but if you go all time, we see that even being stablecoin liquidity pools, sometimes it goes out of range because there's this normal fluctuation. If there's a big buy or a big sell of USDC or USDT, these will reflect in the pools. They can depeg very slightly for a short period of time. I go over in that video that I showed you about all of the risks of this, okay? So you can check it out below, I'll link it below. And this is what you can expect with this type of pools. It's not going to be 100% all the time in range, because this is the all-time chart, right? So you can see sometimes it goes out of range, although they're pegged to the dollar. So the wider you make your range, the lower your APR will be. So this APR, which is at around 4.5%, if I would go with such a wide range, I don't think it's worth it. If I would have to just widen the range enough to catch all of this, it's not worth it in my opinion. Actually, you can double this APR to be double digits, very close to 10%, at around 10%, if you even tighten this a little bit more. But it does take you to be looking out for this 24/7 or for a big part of the day at least, if you want to constantly readjust the LP range in order to keep generating fees. So let me show you. I'll open a new pool. Let me just find one here, USDC, USDT. So this is the same pool, but it's a V4. When it comes to how much it will yield, it's going to be pretty much the same. Although in higher volume markets, this can be better performing than V3 actually. But once we go here on add liquidity, since it's a stable pair, you click continue. When you have to select the range, you see stable pairs will have this predetermined 3 ticks range. You can narrow it or widen it, like I said. So manually it would be something like this. This would be very, very tight even for these type of pools. So we are no longer having a 3 ticks range. It's a bit tighter than this. You can create the LP position and you'll see that the APR will be much higher. Basically, what determines the type of APR that you will get, it's mostly the range that you set. So I could go withdraw the liquidity, create a new LP with a tighter range, but the tighter it is, the more time it will demand for you to just keep checking on it and monitoring it and rebalance if needed. But this can work really well. Even being stable pools, you can get 0.5% a day. I've seen people getting 1% a day, but like I said, it does demand for you to have some time to keep checking the position. The alternative, like I showed you in this video, was also just deposit into EtherFi liquid vaults, which is pretty much the same thing. They're just automated vaults that have exposure to this type of liquidity pools. So let me go on EtherFi to show you the type of APR that you can expect. So on the Earn tab, you'll find all of these vaults, and the USD vault, the stablecoins vault here, it's yielding 4.6% APY. So the difference here with APY is that it constantly, all the earnings are being constantly compounded back in, while here on Uniswap, they are not. You have to do that manually. In any case, it's getting an APR here of 4.5%. So if we'd be looking at APY, it would be higher than this because APR does not factor in compounding. So 4.5% APR, and here on EtherFi we have 4.6. So it's pretty much toe to toe, but the thing is that here with the LP, if you tighten up, narrow up your ranges, you can get an APR which is double than what's showing here, or at least very close to 10%, if not more, because like I said, I've seen people yielding anything in between 0.5% a day to 1% a day, even in best case scenario. Of course, that's pretty much also dependent not only on your range, but also market volume. Also, I want to make a big distinction here for complete beginners. You do not need to undergo KYC to deposit into Uniswap or any decentralized exchange. As long as you have tokens in your wallet, you connect, you use them, no KYC is involved. Everything here runs through smart contracts. With EtherFi, everything is also automated with smart contracts. And you can also do all of this without KYC, but you will need KYC if you want to just spend through straight up with your EtherFi cash card, okay? And that is the price of convenience. If you want a platform to replace your bank, give you cash back when you spend, yeah, sure, go ahead with EtherFi. Use their cash card. Currently it has this great promo ongoing, 15% cashback. They do a ton of promos. EtherFi is probably the best platform if you're a cashback hunter. If you want to turn your crypto into real world spending and you don't mind KYC, EtherFi is a great option. And you can still, like I said, use their vaults for earning. You can deposit into their liquid vaults, or even stake some of the supported assets without undergoing KYC. KYC with EtherFi is just required for you to spend with their cash card, all right? So if you have a no KYC card, you can still use EtherFi or Uniswap or some other decentralized exchange to generate passive income, fund the no KYC card, and off-ramp like so. Okay guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Just a quick update so that you can see what you can get with the stablecoin LP position. The amount that you deposit, it's up to you. Of course, if you are just getting started, start with a small position like this, $20, $50, $100, and go from there. Stablecoin LPs are among the lowest risk options here. Market-wise, you will not be exposed to volatility. There's always going to be smart contract risk, but that is also true for EtherFi, okay? Everything that runs on chain, smart contract risk will be involved. But Uniswap is probably the most battle-tested decentralized exchange out there, and that's why it has been forked so many times. And they do hold substantial amounts of funds in the TVL. So let's go here on DeFi Llama just to see what is the overall TVL of Uniswap. So here we go, $3.2 billion TVL Uniswap. This is the combined one across all of these blockchains where they deploy liquidity pools and you can interact with those, earn some passive income while you're at it. If you want to test these pools on Uniswap and you are not sure, and you find something like this, a V3 pool and a V4, split your liquidity into both and see which ones perform the best. Then at any point in time, you can withdraw from the worst performing pool, deposit into the other, but these things will change over time. I think it's pretty much going to be toe to toe, either if you are on the V4 or V3, but V4, it's the newest type of pools. Probably in the long run, you will have better performance in those, okay? All right, guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I haven't done yield farming videos for a while, but I know some of you were wondering about stable pools. Here is an example of what you can expect. Drop a comment if you have some questions. So I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. Thank you for watching. Take care. Keep exploring crypto. I'll see you on the next one.